What's happening in today's video? I'm going to be doing a draft with TheNugster. He's going to be Raw with the red shirt. Well, it's ish red, and I'm going to be SmackDown with the SmackDown top. So just before we had a WWE 2K22 game, and TheNugster was like, whoever wins can get the first pick of the draft. And I was like, oh my god, that's a great idea. So I won, and I'm going to have the first pick. So yeah, my first pick is Jeff Hardy. Now, I just think Jeff Hardy can do a lot more. They've just been burying him the past couple of years, and I think you never know, he might come away from AEW and come back to WWE, appear on SmackDown, maybe even though have a Universal Championship opportunity. I think that'd be awesome. But on to TheNugster's pick.
Right, I am going to pick the legend of all time, which everyone loves. You can't see me right now. It's John Cena. So when he's on Raw, he could just be amazing, I think.
Just like the good old days when he was on Raw. Alright, so my next pick is going to be the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, the WWE Champion and the WWE Universal Champion in one brand. Well, kind of both, because he has the WWE, but that's my pick. And I think he can do a lot of things on SmackDown, a lot more, even because, like I said, he could have a Universal Championship opportunity. He's the current Universal Champion, and that's why I've just picked him. So, yeah, that's my pick.
Although he just lost the title, I think my next pick can still be Brock Lesnar, because I feel like there's so many opportunities and ways he could win it back. And I just think he will, because he's just so good in what he's doing at the moment. So, yeah, on to Seb's next pick.
So, my next pick is going to be the Viper, Randy Orton. Now, you guys might be thinking, oh, he's going to pick Matt Riddle next but to make RK Bro. No. Don't like them anymore. I wanted the Street Profits to absolutely batter Alpha Academy and RK Bro and win the Raw Tag Team titles. Didn't happen. The Viper is next on the blue brand.
Right, my next pick. How many opportunities? I know. Let's go with the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, who is being amazing over the past couple of months and years. And he did actually have the WWE Championship.
That was correct. In the Thunderdome?
Yeah.
Thunderdome.
So if Brock does win back, then I reckon Drew McIntyre, if he does come to the red brand, could possibly get his opportunity again.
Good. So my next pick, even though he's not in WWE at the moment, you know who I'm going in for. I'm going to go for, just like the Thunderdome, good old days, we're bringing back Bray Wyatt. So I just think he can do a lot more. I don't understand why they released him. He was what made him and Roman Reigns and Randy Orton at that time, was what were making the Thunderdome so much better. And I just think he needs to do a lot more in the business. And he hasn't been just doing that. He's been doing better in the past couple of years, and now they've just released him and he's not doing anything. So I'm just going to re-sign him back to the blue brand.
Yeah, I've got to agree with that. That's a great pick. But my next pick is going to be someone that everyone loves, Rey Mysterio. He might be small, but he is amazing. Stand up. Stand up.
It wouldn't be a wrestling figure video without
That
the figure.
happening. Come on, stand up, will you? Nice. They're all stood
Anyway,
up. Right, back to it. On to Seb's next pick.
since you just picked Ray, I think I'm going to split the father and son thing up, and I'm going with Dominic Mysterio. Now, I don't like the father and son thing. Not enjoying it. Like, they're not wrestling very well. Like, how can you lose to The Miz and Logan Paul? Like,
Who does that?
who does that? But yeah, I'm going to go Dominic Mysterio. He has a lot of potential in his career. I just think he needs a lot more without Ray, and Ray's just helping him too much.
Yeah.
I just want Dominic to have like one of the best wrestlers' careers.
Yeah.
He's going to turn into one of the best wrestlers ever.
Yeah, and again, I'm agreeing with Seb. He's just his father's putting too much onto Dominic in the past couple of months from the father and son thing. But anyway, on to my next pick. I am gonna go with, although he lost to Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania, I'm still gonna go with Kevin Owens from the Big KO, because I mean he is doing very well, and although he's having that partnership with Seth a little, he's still going quite well. And although he did lose to Stone Cold, I think he still got a lot.
I'm not sure about this. Is linking to the Nugster's pick. Now, Kevin Owens did hug Roman Reigns. Now maybe we can see Roman go, because he's the WWE champion, go over to Raw for 1 week and maybe have a tag team with Kevin Owens. I don't know. But that would be really cool. Now on to my pick. It will be AJ Styles. Now, he's got everything to be one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He is phenomenal. What else can you say about him? And yeah, I think he could have, like, maybe if he became the WWE champion off Roman, maybe he can go on Raw and maybe earn, like, the US champion or something.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool.
What Seb was doing there links to my next pick with the US champion, Damian Priest, staying on Raw. So Damian Priest is staying on Raw with the US champion.
Good pick, that.
Yeah. On to your next pick.
For my next pick, I think I am going to go with Seth Rollins. Now, I just love him so much. Not in a weird way, but I think he's a great wrestler. He's good. He's very good at his character. And I just think maybe he's going to, since they have Roman and Seth have that Shield link, I think, like they had at the Rumble, that was so good. I loved that match. But I just think maybe he can take the Universal Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So now on to the Nugster's pick.
My next pick is going to be someone else who is staying on Raw because they're doing very well on it, I think. Bobby Lashley, who I'm not specifically a fan of, but I do still quite like him. And I know that on Raw he has been doing very well, so I just want that to keep up. On to WSC Footy's next pick.
Now, It's a hard decision. There's lots of good competitors here. But for my next pick, the cousin link with Roman Reigns. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, I think this would be... I should have been watching The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But no, we got apparently one of the greatest matches of all time. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. But anyway, yeah, I think it's more to Roman Reigns that I've picked him. And yeah, that was my next pick. On to the Nugster.
Right, my next pick is going to be another legend from quite a long time ago. Hulk Hogan.
No.
Who is one of the strongest men in the planet.
Yeah.
So that's my next pick.
Now, my next pick, I think I am going to go with ooh, so hard. I think I'm going to go with Braun Strowman. Now, we obviously need a one giant on this show, and it's going to be the monster among men, Braun Strowman. Now, I hate Omos. Like, why would they replace him with Braun? I remember Braun had the Universal for quite, like, a couple of months.
Yeah, last couple of months.
Yeah. And I love that era of WWE, and I just think that he should be back in the business. And yeah, that was my next pick.
Yeah.
On to the Nugster.
My next pick is going to be another Colossus, which is Big Show. Who, I think, was he released or not? Was he released?
He retired, I think.
Oh yeah, he did retire, but I think when he did retire, I was actually quite upset because he did still have quite a lot more to offer. So that was my next pick.
Now, I think we are going to allow different versions of people. Now, I think you're all going to know who this might be. And it's going to be the Demon, Finn Balor. Now, not the normal, no. And a lot of you guys probably thinking, oh, it's going to be the Fiend or someone like that. No. He nearly won the Universal Championship against Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules. Now, he should have. I don't know why that ring collapsed. But I actually think that he could do a lot more on the shows. And yeah. So we are going to have like 3 more picks each.
Yeah.
So on to the Nugster. Nugster's got 4 left.
So my next pick is going to be something a bit like WSC Footies. It's going to be a different version of someone. I am picking The Fiend.
Oh.
Who was blazed on fire,
Yeah.
came back with storming brutality,
Yeah.
and I loved how he did that, so that's my next pick.
I believe he's in Elite 92 series.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks so cool, that figure. I'm definitely going to be buying that when it comes out. But it is out. So, yeah. The next pick that I am going to have. We're going to bring back old times, baby, with Seth and the Disciple. Buddy Murphy. Now, I really, really, really hope they come back together. I loved it. I just want that Disciple thing back. And yeah. By the way, at the end of this video, don't forget to comment down below who you think won the draft. Now, on to the next pick of TheNugster.
Right, my next pick is going to be Cesaro, who some of you might find strange, but in mind, I have some amazing things to bring back in the next 2 picks.
Yeah, so my next pick, it's going to be... At WrestleMania, they were showing so much of him in the Hall of Fame. I loved it. And it's The Undertaker. I just think he has a lot more to offer on the business. And I don't think he deserves to be retired right now. I think he has, like, maybe at least 2 or 3 matches left in him. Like, Goldberg is unbelievable. He just kept on saying, "You're last" to Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, everyone else was next.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't pick Goldberg. I didn't really like him.
Yeah, and as I said before, on to my next pick, I did say when I picked Cesaro, I had big things in mind. His old partner, Shinsuke Nakamura. When I was watching, I've been watching WWE for ages and ages, and I just remember when Cesaro and Shinsuke were working together, and it was just a brilliant era. So I'm gonna bring.
No, I thought the Nugster was gonna pick this man right here to complete the bar, but on to my next pick, and it's going to be Big E, the power of positivity. Get well soon. That's all I can say, and it's Big E. And he's going to hit that big ending on everyone.
Yeah.
Now on to the Nugster's second pick. Final pick, yeah.
This is my final pick. I am going to go for The Miz, who like WSC Footy said, Dominic and Ray did lose to him and Logan Paul, and I think he probably could have done a lot more on his own, so I want to make him go back on his own in this.
Or maybe you're going to put him with Morrison. You never know.
Yeah. So, that's my final pick. On to WSC Footy's final pick.
For my final pick, I'm going to go with the Yes Movement leader. Now, I just love him. He is the best. So, that was my last pick. Now, I'm going to go through my
Roster.
It's Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio, Buddy Murphy, The Rock, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, Jeff Hardy, Undertaker, Finn Balor, The Demon, Big E, and Daniel Bryan. Now, that was my SmackDown roster. Onto the Nugster's Raw roster.
My Raw roster is Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, Bobby Lashley, Big Show, Kevin Owens, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, who I actually really loved it when he chopped the top rope with his sword at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar, The Fiend, Rey Mysterio, John Cena, Hulk Hogan, and The Miz.
Now, comment down below who you think won this draft, and it will be the end of this video. Really hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an awesome video like this. And do the honours, Nugster.
WSC Footy out.